How's it going, everybody? If you are a resident here in Michigan and have home and auto insurance policies, then this video is for you. Today I wanted to talk about some of the most important aspects to consider when you are looking into your homeowner's insurance, and then go over some of the best company options for this coverage that are definitely worth considering if you are in a stage where you're maybe evaluating your policy. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian. I'm an independent insurance agent based here in the state of Michigan, Metro Detroit specifically, and I work with businesses on their commercial insurance programs, as well as helping families and individuals with their personal insurance, their home, their auto insurance as well. My goal with the channel is to pass on a little bit of educational information to you so that you can make more informed decisions around your insurance, and then overall help answer any questions that you might have. So let's get into it, and before we get too far into the video, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, and if you find this video helpful, useful, anything like that, please feel free to like, share, pass along with anyone else as well. So first, let's start with the three coverage areas that I really think are most important when it comes to your homeowner's insurance. First is going to be the dwelling coverage, also sometimes referred to as your coverage A dwelling amount on your policy. And it's very important to make sure that this amount is based on the replacement cost of your home and not the market value. The replacement cost is what it would cost to completely rebuild your home from the ground up if it were completely destroyed, while the market value is based on what maybe your home could sell for, and these numbers can be different. Replacement cost is going to be based on things like the year built, the construction type, the square footage, how many bathrooms you have, if you have a basement that's finished. And then the second coverage area that I want to mention is going to be either adding an increased cost endorsement or guaranteed replacement cost endorsement, depending on what your insurance company offers. And this somewhat relates to the dwelling coverage A amount and would come into play if there ever is a total loss on your home and then the rebuilding costs are higher than what was originally anticipated. So this protects you from potentially coming up short in a total loss scenario. And then the third coverage area that I want to mention is around personal liability coverage and making sure that this coverage is either maxed out at $500,000 or $1 million, again, depending on what your insurance company offers. This is the part of the policy that protects you in case somebody gets injured on your property and then there's a lawsuit that follows. Unfortunately, it is fairly affordable to have this coverage maxed out, so it's always worth it. And now the reason that I mentioned these three coverage areas specifically, because if something serious does happen, these are where the potential biggest claims can happen. So it is really important to make sure that all these coverage areas are accounted for, as well as the rest of your policy, but these three coverage areas specifically are ones that I did want to point out. Now, when it comes to the best home insurance companies here in Michigan, I am going to be a bit biased because these are some of the companies that we represent and have had great relationships and had a lot of positive experiences with. So some of the companies that are definitely worth considering are going to be Auto Owners Insurance, Frankenmuth Insurance, Cincinnati Insurance, and then Citizens-Hanover. These are all financially stable, very reputable insurance companies that have great claims handling teams and very good customer support. And overall, you really can't go wrong with any of those four. And then as a fifth company option, I do want to mention Pure Insurance. They are a great option if you do have a high value home. They can offer very tailored coverage options, as well as offering a true white glove service when it comes to claims and everything of that nature. So as I somewhat mentioned before, we are an independent agency, so we do have access to multiple insurance companies, and that can be an advantage for you as a policyholder versus going with somebody that might be a captive agent and only has access to one insurance company option. As an independent agent, we can shop your policies with all the carriers that we represent to make sure that you really are getting the best coverage at the best price available in the marketplace. And more importantly, if you do ever have a claim or need something for your policy, you're dealing with a real person to call, not a 1-800 number. And especially in today's world where a lot of calls are being outsourced, this can be extremely important, especially if you ever have an issue like a big claim. And obviously everyone's home and everyone's situation is going to be a little bit unique and different, and there might be certain customized options that you want to look into, or maybe specific coverages like water backup or an equipment breakdown. And these are all things that our agency can help out with. And then the last thing that I do want to mention is that it's almost always worth it to look into bundling your home and auto insurance together with the same insurance company. There is usually a pretty significant discount to do so. and can also just streamline things for you when it comes to billing, renewal dates, everything of that nature. So thank you for watching, and if you are looking for help with your home insurance or just insurance in general, I would love the opportunity to work with you and see if our team can help. There are a lot of ways to get a hold of me, and they should all be in the description below. Please feel free to text, call, email, fill out a contact form, whatever's easiest. And if you have any other questions about insurance, please feel free to either reach out directly or leave them in the comments below. I would love to help answer those as well. So thank you again.